YouTube, my name's Kat. Thought I'd just do a quick video introducing myself and explaining what my video channel is going to be all about. Basically, I'm a pagan. I don't really do labels, but for this purpose I guess you could call me an eclectic witch. I originally came across paganism when I was about 16, and my boyfriend at the time introduced me to a guy called Brian who called himself a witch. After a while I got to know Brian pretty well, and we ended up actually becoming pretty good friends. So I started telling him about some of the family issues I was having and all the nightmares that I started having, and Brian actually offered to do a spell for me. So I'm not going to go into the spell at the moment, but basically what he did was he did a spell to help deflect negative energy and also to help deflect all the nightmares that I was having by making a talisman for me to keep under my pillow. Pretty much it seemed to work really well, but I didn't really think about it again until years later. And this is kind of embarrassing, but at the time I was watching Buffy and working my way through the series, and everything that Willow was doing when she started to become a witch really resonated with me, and I actually really enjoyed it. So I decided that I should look into it a little bit more. So I started researching, and pretty much everything I found really resonated with me. I started reading books at the library, pretty much read anything I could get my hands on. I talked to Brian a lot about his particular pathway and his lifestyle, and I pretty much came to the conclusion that I was already living a pagan lifestyle anyway, so the switchover was pretty easy for me. I was actually raised Christian, but it never really felt right for me. I worked at it for years, and I always thought if I just tried that little bit harder, or made myself that little bit better, that it would work and I'd start to fit in. But it pretty much dawned on me that I shouldn't have to change myself to fit in to what other people wanted. It should just resonate with me. The other thing I struggled with Christianity is I'm really into science, and let's face it, Christianity and science don't really gel. So paganism was great because within the first couple of hours of reading about paganism, I felt more spiritually fulfilled than I had in 10 years of Christianity, and it didn't require me to ignore science completely, which helped a lot, obviously. I kept reading and researching and speaking with Brian for about a year before I finally decided I was ready, and that's when I decided to take the leap into paganism. I started setting up my first altar and collecting all my magical tools and items that I needed. Went to heaps of really cheap stores and secondhand shops. Sunday markets are great for picking up bargains, and also spent ages making any witchy tools or products that I could myself rather than having to buy them. It's always better if you can make them yourself, so I worked at that for a long time. I felt better than I had in years, and even my fiance could see the difference in my attitude and my outlook on life. He's not actually pagan, but he fully supports me, which made my transition that much easier. Now, I know that pagan's an umbrella term, but like I said before, I don't really go much on labels. To me, I would prefer to show people my beliefs and outlook on life by the way I live my life and my actions. For me, it's not about names, it's about building a life that I can be proud of without ever compromising my beliefs. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm a beginner. I really have just only started on this pathway. So I apologise to any experienced pagans or witches out there that might be watching this video, but I'd love it if you would be able to give me any constructive criticism or any advice. I hope to learn a lot from making this YouTube channel and expand myself in the pagan community, just to get to know a few more people. And to any beginners out there, or even if you're just curious, I hope that my journey and this YouTube channel will help to inspire you to follow your own spiritual path, whatever that may be. That's pretty much it for now, so keep watching this space. I'll be uploading videos hopefully every week, although I am a mother so I can't guarantee it, but I'll work on it. And that's it. Blessed be.